Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and my goodness, Antonio Brown continues to be Antonio Brown. First off, hit the like button coming through the door. Oh man. And I'm glad people are bringing this to my attention, but I had to address even those who don't understand what the actual situation is. I had to give you guys some enlightenment as to what is actually transpiring here so you can know what you're looking at because a lot of you don't seem to get it. So, Shannon Sharpe, right? He's responding to what Shannon Sharpe actually said. And what Shannon Sharpe actually was saying about Lamar Jackson, for what people don't seem to get, and I don't know why they can't seem to get it, is that Shannon Sharpe said this a year ago, 1 year ago, when he was on Undisputed. He's on First Take now. He's not on Undisputed anymore. So this is not new. And this is what I want to say to y'all. This is not new. I don't know how the only thing is new is this comment by Antonio Brown. And we're going to get to that. But I had to address y'all first because y'all keep sending me the clip. And I'm cool with the clip, but I'm like, this is a way to tell all of y'all all at once. I appreciate it, but this isn't new. This is old. All right? This is not him after the AFC Championship game. But let's take a gander at what actually was happening here. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Could you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Oh, you guys couldn't hear it. Okay. Well, I'll do it where you guys can hear it. Here you go.
But do you know? I mean, you're on asphalt. A sudden move. You know, a non-contract injury. We just saw Sarich. We saw Jamal Murray. We saw guys lose a season. Why, Lamar? I mean, we've seen Lamar do some risky things. We saw him driving excessive speed. We see him playing on the beach. Yeah. Lamar, it's not worth it. You are a professional athlete. You don't have anything to prove. Bro, just sit back, get this money, and when it's all said and done, if you want to go out there and have a camp and you want to challenge these young guys, have at it. But, bro, don't mess your money up being dumb. Come on, Lamar, you better than this, brother.
Now, once again, as I said, that is old, right? That is a year ago. He was on Undisputed doing that interview. So now The question is, why is this news? Why is this news? Why is everybody talking about it today? It's because Antonio Brown saw the clip and decided to just respond. He took it as if this was something new. And they saying, for those wondering, it's always been personal. And Lamar Jackson had told people last year when he said it's better to have them kids out there having fun than playing with guns. Shit, so next year we running it back with even more fun. So this is about 2 years ago, actually. 2 to 3 years. Well, that was 2021. So that's super old. Now, AB comes out and says Sharpe's a rainbow. He don't respect real players. Now, this is what's new. AB just saw this clip, thought it was new, and went in there and said Shannon Sharpe is a rainbow, and he don't respect real players. Oh Lord, what is going on here today? In case you need a history lesson, Antonio Brown and Shannon Sharpe, they are not best buddies. Antonio Brown hates every single take Shannon Sharpe had to say about him. Every single one. So this was personal. Now, a lot of people say he's very critical of Lamar Jackson. But that really isn't true. Shannon Sharpe has actually been a supporter of Lamar Jackson, people. Remember when Ben Roethlisberger made the statement about, you know, his situation? And you remember that Roethlisberger thing that went on? I know people kind of forget, but Shannon Sharpe was talking about Roethlisberger's when he was comparing his abilities and all this. And Shannon Sharpe was like, I don't get it. If you go back and look at Lamar's passing rating, it's better than Ben's. He throws better from the pocket than Ben and has a higher completion percentage than Ben. He got more yards per attempt than Ben. So he was defending Lamar Jackson. Because Ben said he doesn't fear Lamar Jackson's arm. So I can't sit there and say Shannon Sharpe has been totally biased against Lamar Jackson. Now, that take you saw right there on Undisputed is completely wrong. You see, you're telling Lamar Jackson, what you doing out there? You shouldn't be out there. That don't make no sense. What you doing that for? You shouldn't be out there doing that. That's dumb. What you doing that? When you have that kind of mentality, saying that, oh, you could get hurt. Man, you got a contract. You out there playing on concrete. What if you tear your knee up? What if he's not engaged in any real game? But if you don't do that, this is what I always try to tell people so we can understand it, is you got to have the same energy. When you do these things, you got to have the same energy. If you don't, it don't make any sense. right? It don't make any sense. And here's a prime example of it not making sense. When Team LeBron went up against Team KD in a football game on the football field, LeBron James could tear his ACL right along with Kevin Durant. Both guys could be out. Nobody said a word. Nobody said one word. LeBron James did his charity event. Nobody cared. Him and KD out there playing football. They're like, yeah, but it's flag football. Nobody getting tackled. You can still tear your ACL running a route. Nobody was tackling Lamar Jackson. He playing with a bunch of kids on the court, just showing them stuff. Nobody tackling each other. But it was good enough for you to go on national TV in front of millions and say what he need to be doing. But you didn't have that same energy for LeBron. That's what I'm talking about. That's the hypocrisy. That's the double standard. So he could have tore his ACL. You can get hurt walking and get your newspaper off the porch. You can slip in your home and tear something. So all this talk, all this crap that everybody is talking about and singing about and praising, you got to be on both sides of the fence. You can't be one way. Players are going to have to live their lives. I don't think he was doing anything that was at risk of tearing up his career. I think LeBron playing a full-out football game was more risk-taking than what Lamar doing playing with a bunch of kids out there, just lining up, just doing that. And plus, that's just for the media, what they show. He's not out there playing a full game on a tennis court. Hell, it's plenty of NBA players that play pickup games and have hurt themselves. So to say, oh, that's dumb, think about your money. You ain't say nothing about that with LeBron. They never have the same energy. They didn't say nothing when Tom Brady was jumping off a cliff with his daughter. LeBron's flag football classic. You see what I'm saying? So if you didn't have the same energy about it then, Shannon should have left it alone. But see, that's old. That was 3 years ago. I didn't play into it. I didn't get caught up and sucked into the circle of what they were trying to do and all that because I see the play. It just didn't make any sense. But Antonio Brown personally got problems with Shannon Sharpe. So he's starting a podcast now with Chandler Jones, and that's going to be the announcement that he was making. And his podcast is going to be dealing with a series of posts that he was talking about. Is he got one called the Cracker of the Month? on his call, it's called CTE Spin. CTESPN. So yeah, it's crazy. CTESPN. So it's really CTESPN. So it's gonna be crazy. He's gonna have a category called the Cracker of the Month. Oh my God, this is going to be the craziest thing you have ever seen with Antonio Brown. They don't know where this podcast is going to be airing or what the show's full content will be like, but just from that alone, you got a Cracker of the Month. Are you kidding me? God, this is gonna be. I'm like, this thing gonna break the internet if Antonio Brown get this going. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like it is what it is to the fifth power. Yeah, this thing gotta cool. That thing too hot. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The Cracker of the Month. Can you believe that? Antonio Brown is once again moving up the scales. Furthermore, he was seen hooking up with Jones shortly before Jones was arrested late last year. So when Chandler Jones got arrested last year, at that time, they had suggested that they do a podcast together. So they's like, we got to sit down and have a kumbaya, call it the CTE podcast. So after AB sent some love his way, this came after he had announced that he was taking a break from social media to hang with strippers. That's funny. He's taking a break from social media to hang with strippers. He also said that the fans shouldn't check on his well being. The strippers got him. Yeah, so that's Antonio Brown right now. Don't check on his well being. The strippers got him. He good. Yeah, well, when you see certain scenarios happen and they happen in a format that others ain't comfortable with, you see that they come out and they say that they have the same energy for people that they like. But when it's somebody that they don't get down with, you start to see a different reaction. All I know is I'm can't wait to see that. Well, Shannon Sharpe has always shown that he was somebody that was on the level, but he's one of those corporate guys. They don't seem to see they don't see the bigger picture like everybody. Those corporate guys normally come in, do their thing, and then they exit. They don't normally stick around and they lash out when somebody don't go their way or something don't go their way. You know, they have a problem with, you know, just the idea of the situation. Right. The fact that this was even brought up right now, because right now he's not holding a camp. That don't happen until like July sometime, when he starts doing that stuff. But that was never the case. Shannon Sharp in this situation was actually put in a uncomfortable predicament, and when you're put in that kind of predicament, it leads to these type of, you know, it is what it is type categories. But Antonio Brown never liked his takes on him. So this was about Shannon Sharp coming after him. But to call Shannon Sharp a rainbow, woo, that's what shocked everybody. He came out and says he's a rainbow. Hmm. Sharp is a rainbow. He don't respect real players. Oh my God. And he responding to a clip that is 3 years old. Somebody put that clip up, him talking about Lamar Jackson. AB think he's talking about him like now after the championship game, and he just heard the take and saw Lamar Jackson comment. He not even looking at the date. Lamar commented on that 3 years ago, and he's like, "I'd rather be doing that with the kids than have the kids running out there playing with guns." Exactly. So when you see that happen, you start looking at you said Lamar called Shannon Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, look at that. No, I never saw anything wrong Lamar was doing.
Saw guys lose a season. Why, Lamar? I mean, we've seen Lamar do some risky things. We saw him driving excessive speed. We see him playing on the beach. Lamar, it's not worth it. You are a professional athlete. You don't have anything to prove. Bro, just sit back, get this money, and when it's all said and done, if you want to go out there and have a camp and you want to challenge these young guys, have at it. But bro, don't mess your money up being dumb.
Now, everybody you know and their mama got a camp. Kobe White from the Chicago Bulls got a camp coming up in about a week. And they do it during the season. Now, they ain't playing no full games. They might go out there, show them a little something, and then they through. Lamar Jackson ain't playing every down with them. They ain't playing no full-out game. But he didn't have that same energy for LeBron James when he decided to go play football. He didn't say that about LeBron James when he got speeding tickets driving over 100 miles an hour in his car. I ain't hear him say, LeBron, you just sit back and get your money. When you retire, then you can go do all that, LeBron. He had that energy. Didn't say nothing. Everybody had these activities. But when Lamar Jackson, when he decided to do something, oh, it was World War III. Why Lamar? What I don't understand is why there wasn't a why Tom Brady. Where was that at? Tom Brady jumped off a cliff. He jumped off a cliff with his daughter. And he almost like hurt her because she hesitated at the last minute to jump. So he had to pull her with him. Nobody said, Tom Brady, what are you doing? You can hurt yourself jumping off that cliff. You got a contract. Don't be stupid. Why, Tom? This was a bad take by Shannon. Because anybody, any athlete, when you go out in the world saying, I'm trying not to get hurt, that's when you end up getting hurt. Now, who Shannon Sharpe decides to lay with got nothing to do with his decision making. You know, if he hanging out with Boot Thang and he rolling around in the sheets with Boot Thang, and you know, that's Shannon Sharpe's personal business. You know, I don't think that's the reason he's making this take that he's making. It's not like he tried to invite Lamar Jackson out for a date or something. No, that's not the case. Yeah, I mean, I don't care what he be around. That I'm only attacking his take, but Jackson went that far as to say that. What's up, Dal G? No, most people don't rush to those type of judgments when you start thinking about, you know, what is the best way to handle something. No. LeBron goes out and plays football even in basketball practice. Throwing the football around, running around catching it. They do a bunch of stupid stuff, you know. Players are going to be players. Randy Moss played basketball in the off season. They played football, right? And they played basketball, pickup games. Terrell Owens did it. All of these guys did. You know, they ran track. They did all kind of. They active people. What are they supposed to do? Not live life? Some of these guys go on hikings and ride bike rides and stuff, and you know they go race their buggy cars and do all these RV things. And yeah, you can get hurt. You know, what's his name? Rodney. Forgot his name. I think it's Rodney Rogers. He used to play for the Suns. Man, he broke his back in one of those accidents. And once he did, he was end up paralyzed and he couldn't, you know, that was the end of his NBA career. But everything is dangerous. Anything can happen at any given time. Yeah, Stone posted this, reposted it to make it sound like it was new, but this thing was it's old, but a lot of people think it's new. But I'm like, this is undisputed. I'm like, this is in 2021. It's not new. So everybody who kept sending it to me was sending it to me under the pretense of that being real. But why is it always Lamar Jackson as the person they come after? Anybody else do stuff, it's no problem whatsoever. It's not even the subject of conversation. Cole, we just said that. We just said he ain't had nothing to say when Tom Brady was jumping off the cliff with his daughter, pulling her into the water. Nobody had nothing to say. LeBron and KD did a doggone football game. Nobody says nothing. Nobody says one thing. Team Kevin Durant and Team LeBron in a football game. Nobody says nothing. Ain't know what you're doing, LeBron. Why you doing that? That don't make no sense. You could get hurt. Don't be stupid. Keep your money. Same thing you said to Lamar Jackson. Keep the same energy. That's what it should be about. Keeping the same energy. When you don't keep the same energy, you create situations like this. But as I told y'all, Shannon Sharpe has in the past, like he took up for him when Ben Roethlisberger was talking that crap. Shannon Sharpe came up and said something positive and truthful about Lamar Jackson. Like Ben Roethlisberger don't know what the hell he's talking about. You had Antonio Brown, Hines Ward. You had all those receivers to throw to. Who the hell is Lamar Jackson had? Hollywood Brown? And he has a higher percentage passing, more yardage, and he has better being in the pocket than you. Oh, that was me. You ain't know that was me? Holding the microphone right there. I was at the game. Yeah, yes, Antonio Holmes. Yeah, he had a host of receivers. You see what Lamar got? He got guys get fumbling the ball at the goal line. That's what he got. Odell shouldn't be back. Odell is trash. Y'all paid this dude 15 million to come on the team and do nothing. If if the Ravens coaching staff was in on it, they put themselves in the opportunities not to win. Oh yeah, that's Cena right there. Host, I'm right there with LeBron. We hosting this event. You know that was me. How to beat LeBron upside the head with that microphone. They gonna be LeBron right next to you. I mean, wow, wow. There's no way I'd have been that close. It'd have been on. Well, I won't say all that, buddy. I mean, that is a great defense, but you got to have the offense too. Absolutely. Now it's my afternoon nap time. But definitely go to the Casino for Life Patreon because on the first we always kick things off. So we got two big ones out there right now. We got the Patreon version of Drake and Megan Thee Stallion, and we have Diddy and this doggone, you know, spiking the champagne bottle with Molly and you know, intoxicating a girl for a freak off. We got that on there. So shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Shouts out to all y'all in the chat, all y'all super chappers, Carcino, Karceno. We'll do cash out questions probably either later on today or tomorrow. We will talk about LeBron, but I have a whole lot of other issues going on. Um, yeah, that's about it. Told y'all about the Patreon. We don't miss a beat. I'm out.